G'day and welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we're in day 6 of isolation, only one more day before I need to test again and hopefully, fingers crossed, get back to work. So this episode, I'm going to show you how to install an indicator assembly on a Leyland Mini. So the reason why I am replacing this is because the indicator lens originally fell off on the passenger side, and I figured that I might as well replace the entire thing because I also need to replace a couple of screws inside here, but this one is a bit dodgy. So we're going to be swapping one around, reusing the other and installing a new one. So let's get to it. Alright, so first step here, you would gently remove the indicator lens, which is held in just by 2 screws, one on either side. In my case, it's already taken off. So because it's already come off, it doesn't matter if you do this first or not, but I generally just like to do it. That way you can reuse the globes that are in there. Alright, so here's Tomo's tech tip. So when you're installing a new part and you've got it with you, have a look at the new part and see how it mounts, what clips need to go on, what wiring goes where. That way it'll give you good indication as to how to remove the old one off your car. Alright, so in my case, I do have 4 nuts along here. For some reason I'm missing one, probably didn't install it or it's fallen off. So we're just going to remove those 4 10mm or 3/8 nuts, and then the assembly will come out. Now we also need to remove the old connectors over here, so should just be able to pull it through far enough where we can just disconnect it. Alright, so I have disconnected the wiring up from in here, so we can pull that all the way through, and then we can just unbolt it. Alright, once all the nuts are off, you can then just push it all the way through. Now, the new part will come with a foam gasket, so make sure you take the old one off from the outside of the body and replace it. Alright, slide the wiring through and then refit the light. Alright, once it's all the way in, refit the new nuts. Alright, so now that all 4 nuts are tight, let's run the wiring and double check and make sure it works. Alright, so I just had to extend the wiring because sadly the new one is probably 1/3 of the length in which we need it to be. So let's go and test it now, make sure it works. Alright, let's turn the indicator on. Hey presto, there we go. And we'll make sure that the park lights work. Excellent. So now that we've confirmed everything works, we can now go and remove the driver's side one, swap it over, and then we're all good to put it back together. Alright, so now that we've fitted the driver's one, we've left the lens cap on just in case the globes are blown. They shouldn't be, but you never know. So we'll go switch it on, make sure it works. Alright, park lights on. Awesome. And indicator. Fantastic. So now we've confirmed that everything works on the car, both sides. I can then go and swap over the old lens housing. So the original one on this side with the driver's side, and then we put it all back together. Look, thanks heaps for watching, guys. Only one more day before I finally get out of isolation and I go back to work on Wednesday. So I hope you've enjoyed the series. Speaking of which, I know that several episodes ago I did stuff up with the days. I guess memory loss is one thing you sadly cope with when you have COVID. So, you know, let's hope that things get better from here. Anyway, stay COVID safe, guys. We'll see you right here on another episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups.